It is Monday, October 5th, 2020, and you are tuned into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. There is a ton to talk about from the weekend, so let's jump right into the racing. It was National Open weekend at Williams Grove for the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series. This ended up being the highest-paying sprint car race of the year, with the winner taking home $75,000 for Saturday night's win. On Friday night, it was all David Gravel. We talked last week about him being the favorite for the weekend, and he didn't let us down, going quick time, winning his heat, finishing second in the dash, and then leading all 25 laps in the feature to score the opening night $10,000 win. At the end, he had a several second advantage over second place Kyle Larson, who battled with Freddie Raymer over the closing laps. Raymer finished third, Aaron Reitzel fourth, and Anthony Macri was fifth. Championship contenders Brad Sweet and Logan Schuchart started 22nd and 20th, with Sweet hard charging to 11th and Schuchart finishing 17th. Following the night, Sweet's advantage had stretched to 52 points over Schuchart. The win was Gravel's second in a row and 6th of 2020, and it was his 600th career World of Outlaws start. On Saturday night for the big show, Gravel was lined up again to continue his dominance. He won his heat and the dash and started on the pole of the feature. At the start, though, it was second starting Logan Schuchart who was the early leader. Over the first 11 laps, Schuchart was good out front, but Gravel and Donny Schatz were never too far out back. A restart on lap 12 gave Gravel the opening he needed, with him taking the lead with a slide job into turn 3. Schatz was also quickly by Schuchart for second. Later, just past halfway of the 40-lapper, Schatz ran down Gravel and took the lead, which feels like something we haven't seen from Schatz much this year. He only had 4 wins coming into Saturday and had only led 60 laps on the season. You wondered, especially after the fuel stop, if he'd be able to maintain the lead with guys having a chance to make adjustments and Kyle Larson lurking in the top 5. After the fuel stop, though, Schatz was able to maintain the top spot, while Larson was quickly to second and Schuchart to third behind him. On the final lap, Larson closed to Schatz's rear bumper, but in turns 3 and 4, Larson got up a little too high and banged the cushion with Schatz way down on the bottom. Schatz was able to beat him back to the line for the $75,000 score. Larson finished second, Schuchart third, Gravel fourth, and Sheldon Hodenshield was fifth. It was Schatz's 5th win of the season and 6th National Open title. The highest finishing posse driver on night 2 was Anthony Macri in 8th. Looking at the standings now, a 10th place run on night 2 for Brad Sweet sees Logan Schuchart now behind by only 38 points. Schatz has closed to 70 points back. Behind them, it looks like Gravel has a legitimate shot at 5th, with him closing to within 58 of Carson Macedo. In the team points, though, we have a new leader. The strong weekend for Gravel sees the JJR 41 team take the points lead by 8 now over the KKR 49 team. We've been wondering since before the season started if we could see 2 different champions this season, and as of right now, that is a very real possibility. With 2 wins each in the last 5 races, Schatz and Gravel are the 2 hottest drivers in the series. The Outlaws are back this Friday and Saturday at Port Royal. Only 7 races remain in 2020. After losing Friday night's race at Raceway 7 in Ohio to rain, Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series only had the Pittsburgher 100 this weekend in Pennsylvania. The 100-lapper paid a nice $20,000 to the winner. Devin Moran was strong for much of the night, leading 62 of the first 82 laps. Josh Richards was the other early leader. Moran suffered a flat tire leading with only 19 laps left, which gave the lead to Tim McCready, who then almost immediately suffered the same fate as Moran. Moran battled back to a 9th place finish, while McCready was relegated to 13th. The problems for the top 2 handed the lead to rookie Thornton Jr., who drove up from his 14th starting position. He held on over the final 18 laps to get his first ever Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win. Josh Richards finished second, Earl Pearson Jr. third, Stormy Scott fourth, and Michael Norris was 5th. It was a nice win for Thornton, a guy who actually just talked about last week as having a strong season up to this point. He's now got a win with both National Series, and it was his 6th Lucas Top 5 of 2020. With 3 events left, Jimmy Owens leads Tim McCready by 475 points for the championship. The Lucas Late Models are back this weekend at Dixie Speedway in Georgia. The World of Outlaws late models were in the South for 2 shows this weekend as well. Cherokee Speedway on Friday in South Carolina, and 411 Motor Speedway in Tennessee on Saturday. On Friday night, as we expected, it was a big night for Brandon Overton. He went quick time, won his heat, and started 3rd for the feature. Ross Bales and Brandon Shepard led the first 33 laps in the feature, but Overton was never far out back. Overton slid past Shepard to lead lap for 34 and was never challenged the rest of the way. He took his 5th Outlaw win of the season over Shepard, Chris Madden, Kyle Strickler, Delaware, and Ross Bales. The second place for Shepard was his 29th top 5 and 34th top 10 in 37 starts this season. He continues to stretch away from Ricky Weiss in the standings. On Saturday at 4:11, Cade Dillard led the first 5 laps, but from there it was all Chris Madden. Madden just recently announced the formation of his own team, fielding Rocket Chassis with backing from Dryden, Millwood Plumbing, and Henderson Amusement, and it was a strong opening weekend for the team. He led the remaining 45 laps for his second Outlaw win of 2020. It's his first win with the series since the opener at Vado back in January. Ricky Weiss finished second, Brandon Shepard third, Corey Hedgecock was fourth, and Ross Bales again finished fifth. Ricky Weiss, with only 4 races remaining now in the season, Shepard's lead is up to 294 over Weiss. Cade Dillard, Darrell Lanigan, and Chase Youngins continue to round out the top 5. At this point, Weiss is pretty solidly in second, with only 82 points now separating 3rd through 6th. The Outlaws are back October 23rd at Kokomo Speedway for the Hoosier Dirt Shootout. The other big event that took place over the weekend was the Short Track Nationals at I-30 Speedway for the ASCS Sprint Car Series. The opener on Friday night was dominated by Derek Hagar. He led all 25 laps of a caution-filled feature to win the Short Track Nationals prelim night for the second straight season. Mark Smith, Dylan Westbrook, Howard Moore, and Jordan Mallett rounded out the top 5. On Saturday night, with $10,000 on the line, Sam Hafertepe Jr. started on the pole, but second starting Roger Crockett was actually the early leader. Crockett had built up a multi-second lead, but lap traffic allowed Hafertepe to close, and with Crockett struggling to clear traffic, Hafertepe snuck by him to lead lap 15. Over the second half of the race, Hafertepe kept Crockett and Derek Hagar at bay to score his first ever Short Track Nationals victory. Hagar finished second, Crockett third, Blake Hahn fourth, and Dylan Westbrook was fifth. It was Hafertepe's 7th win of the season, and he leads Crockett by 277 points with 2 race nights left. The Luke Soil ASCS is back October 16th at Devil's Bowl Speedway in Texas. We crowned another 2020 champion Saturday night, this time with the USAC National Sprint Car Series. They took on Lawrenceburg Speedway for the Fall Nationals with the championship on the line and $10,000 to the race winner. Brady Bacon entered Saturday as the points leader with Chris Windom and Chase Stockin both within striking distance. For the night's 30-lap feature, Bacon started outside front row with Chris Windom on the pole. Bacon was quickly to the lead at the start. Just before halfway, though, Tyler Courtney drove up from 4th to take the lead from Bacon, but his car showed what appeared to be smoke or steam with the race closing in on 10 laps left. Courtney and Bacon traded the lead late, with Courtney eventually taking the win at the checkered flag. But there was drama post-race when Courtney's car came up light at the scales. That handed the win to Bacon, who was crowned series champion for the 3rd time in his career. He ended the season with 6 wins. Chris Windom, Chase Stockin, CJ Leary, and Justin Grant rounded out the top 5 in the standings, while Kevin Thomas Jr., Windom, CJ Leary, and Robert Ballou were the rest of the top 5 in the race. Following the night, Tim Clausen tweeted that what we saw from Courtney's machine was actually steam. A rock hit the radiator, draining all the water from the engine, and that's what caused Courtney's car to be light in the end. It was a tough break for Courtney, but congratulations to Brady Bacon on the 2020 championship. Other weekend open wheel winners include Dave Darland at Gas City, AJ Flick at Lernerville, Paul Nienheiser with MOA at Tri-City, Buddy Kofoid in Power Action at Tri-City, DJ Foos won at Fremont, and Shane Golubic won at Placerville. For more weekend open wheel winners, check out tjslideways.com. Other weekend late model winners include Mark Whitener at Waycross, Cameron Marlar won at Ponderosa, Billy Moyer at Greenville with the CompCams Super Dirt Series, Matt Long at Toccoa, and Ross Robinson at Delaware International Speedway. If you'd like to see more weekend late model results, check out dirtondirt.com. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Monday. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, and the website itself, dirttracker.com. That's DIRTRACKR.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler, and don't forget to sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.